We would like to find the log of negative 2 minus 2i. Notice here that the log is written with a capital L. This means the principal branch of the logarithm function. Recall that the logarithm of a complex number is multi-valued because it involves the argument of the complex number, and there are infinitely many arguments. So when we pick a branch of the logarithm, we're going to pick a specific argument. So when we use capital L, that's the principal branch, and that means simply that we're going to choose the argument of the complex number to be in the interval from negative pi to pi. So there's infinitely many arguments to the complex number negative 2 minus 2i. Exactly one of them will be in this interval, and that's the one that we will use when we say we're doing the principal branch of the logarithm. So let's see here. The logarithm of negative 2 minus 2i is equal to the natural log of the modulus of the complex number. That's exactly the same as the multi-valued logarithm. And then we have plus I times, and now we want a specific argument. And when we're doing the principal branch using the capital L, we'll also use capital A. This is the unique argument that is in this interval. So in other words, capital arg z is always between negative pi and pi, and technically this is strict here. For a negative real number, we will use pi for the principal argument. Okay, so the logarithm of the modulus is the square root of the square plus the square, so that's 4 plus 4. And then we need the argument of the complex number. The sketch is helpful. Negative 2 and then minus 2i. We're at the 45 degrees here, so we have pi plus pi over 4, or 5 pi over 4. But that's not in the desired interval. To get the principal argument, we have to go this way. We have to go clockwise from the positive x-axis, and we'll get negative 3 pi over 4. Negative 3 pi over 4 is our principal argument. Again, the rule is simply that we choose the angle in this interval. So the principal argument is negative 3 pi over 4, and so our logarithm of our principal value of the logarithm of negative 2 minus 2i is the natural log of the square root of 8 minus I times 3 pi over 4. And this is what, 3/2 log 2, if we wanted to play that game, minus 3 pi over 4i. How do we get this logarithm here? 8 is 2 cubed, and so the square root of 8 is 2 to the 3/2, and then the power can be brought to the front when calculating a logarithm. The logarithm of x to the n is n log x. So the power 3/2 can be brought to the front of the logarithm. So there's our final answer. The log, with capital L here, the principal branch of the log of negative 2 minus 2i is 3/2 log 2 minus 3 pi over 4 times